Hi, my name is Raewyn. I will be your interviewer today. So I'll just ask you a couple of questions on this paper right here. So I'll start with, tell me about yourself and why you're here.
Right. Kia ora, Raewyn. I'm here because I've been invited to be here because I'm one of the mayoral candidates and Whakatane District Council or Hopi Ward candidates. So a little bit about myself. Well, I grew up in Taranaki. So I went to school in a place called Hawara. And then I headed off down to Massey University where I got a degree in accounting, and then I lived in Palmy for 10 years and then moved back to my hometown Taranaki where I went to work for the district council there, and then I moved up here to Whakatane District Council and worked at the council there, and now I have my own shop, Rosita's Footwear and Fashion on the Strand. Yeah, so it's quite a bit of a different background. I've sort of trained as a chartered accountant and now I use those skills in running my business every day, and I've been on the council for 6 years. So very varied and different background.
Alright, so another question for you is, what are you passionate about?
Lots of things, and I won't keep you here all day, but I guess I'm passionate about our district. I think having lived in a couple of other places around the country, I realise what a fabulous place it is that we live in here. We've just got so much beauty, so many resources, so many things to actually do. So really passionate about our district, which is why I'm standing for the mayoralty, because I want to be leading the charge for making it even better.
Awesome. Okay, so what is your fondest memory?
Well, I'm not sure I could say one, but definitely my fondest times was at university. We had great days there. I mean, I think any student would probably attest to that it is the best years of your life is I would say at university or tech, or when you're doing your studying years, you're with a whole lot of group of other people, similar age, similar interests and everything, and great camaraderie and just so many fabulous memories. I don't think I could pick one in particular. It just was a fabulous time.
Alright, so another question I'm going to ask you. Who was someone you admire and or looked up to?
Well, I actually admired Jacinda Ardern, and I think irrespective of what your central government politics are and which way you vote, I think, for a young female in that position, she has done amazingly well, and I think it sets a really good role model for other younger females to say that, yeah, you can do this and you can do it at a young age. So for me, it would probably be Jacinda, and it helps that we are actually distantly related.
That's awesome. So another question. Tell me about your youth and how you grew up.
So like I said, I grew up in a small town, Hawara, about 8,000 people. So not a lot of people, not a lot of things to do. Back in those days, you had a movie theatre to go to, and that was it. I was too young to go to the pub, but just to give you an example, that they did actually shut at 10 o'clock, So yeah, not a lot to do, which was why I guess as a youth growing up, I actually played a fair bit of sport. So I loved cricket, I loved tennis, loved playing netball at school and everything. And we didn't have a lot of options of so many things to do. We didn't have that electronic age that's there today. We had to sort of channel 1, 2 or near the end 3 of television to watch, and that was sort of about it for us in the digital realm. So sport was what I got into when I was a kid.
Alright, so if you grew up in a different circumstances, so like if you were in like a bigger range of people and different resources, such as like a lot of shops and a lot of more activities to do you think that you would have altered your childhood at all?
I think that's quite a good question. It's sort of quite hard. I guess the only comparison I can probably make is that my brother and I are actually quite similar. And while I was at university, my parents moved up to Hamilton. So he grew up in a much bigger city than I did, but yet we've actually ended up still very similar. He's an accountant, I'm an accountant, so it's sort of hard to know, but I don't know. I've always loved sports. I think I would have done similar things even if I was in a bigger place.
That's cool. So I've got another question. It's pretty big. So what were your goals and aspirations when you were younger, and if so, how did you achieve them?
I guess I was one of those kids. I never actually really knew what it was that I wanted to do. So we didn't have as many opportunities. You sort of left school and you got a job, or you went to university. So I ended up going to university, but I still didn't really know what I did. I just ended up choosing accounting because I enjoyed it and I felt that it would be a good basis for anything else that I did going forward in my career. And I did do that when I left for 5 or 6 years. I was an auditor, but it wasn't me. I found out that I like more people interaction. I like talking to people. I like that. So, which is why I have the shop, which gives me that bit more people interaction and that. So, yeah.
Honestly, that's so cool, like having a really awesome dream and then just progressing off that. So, who are the youth of Kopeopeo?
I think it's all you guys. I think it's all the kids out there from intermediate to off to 18, 19, even up to your 20-year-olds. So it's all you guys.
It's a pretty hard question, eh? Alright, so what do you think it's like to be a young person in Kopeopeo?
I'd say it's hard, but I might throw that question back onto you, and I'm here to find out a little bit about what you think it is as well, so that I can be enlightened. So you tell me.
So in my perspective, I think a young person, so like my age in Kopeopeo, there are like different types. So like in the day, you've kind of got to like watch out where you're going depending on who's around you, like being aware of your surroundings as well. And especially around, oh wait, no, I completely forgot, it just popped out of my head. But so there's that one, and then we also have like the night version as well, where there's just people just walking around, just crowding the streets, and it's kind of scary because you're not sure where it's like it's kind of threatening as well. So yeah, there's those types too as well. But yeah,
so a little bit between day and night time difference. You feel a bit safer during the day than night time, so that could be something that we might need to look to see what we could do to help you feel more comfortable here.
Alrighty, so another question is, do you recognise the different stereotypes here in Kopeopeo?
I'm not sure if it's too different. I mean, obviously there's not the same selection of shops that there are down the Strand where mine is, so it is a little bit more limited in that respect. But yeah, I'm not too sure really how to answer that one. So I don't spend a lot of time here because I spend all my time down the Strand because that's where my shop is. So I guess if you could enlighten me on that one as well.
So what was I on about again? Oh yeah, the different stereotypes. So I guess they can either be like either the people or the shop comparison as well, where there's a lot of more wide range on the Strand as there would be in Kopeopeo. So like if there was like kids that wanted to go to the Strand but they weren't able, or like they couldn't be bothered walking that far distance and they would only be bothered to walk to Kopeopeo, they wouldn't have that much like enjoyment here in Kopeopeo because there wouldn't be like a variety of shops as well. And I guess the people as well, where again you have to watch out for your surroundings, whereas in like the Strand it's just like people just like hanging out, like a very vibrant energy as well there as well. So that's the kind of different stereotypes, I guess.
So maybe something transport that could be looked at, maybe possibly better transport for people that don't have vehicles and that, to maybe get them to the Strand if they wanted to go there, or something. Yeah, no, it's some good food for thought.
But yeah, but like even trying to like break the barrier of like even the two different stereotypes to like even upgrade Kopeopeo in any way, like bringing it more color, bringing in more murals, even for like little kids to even do and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just stuff I was thinking about.
Yeah, look, I think murals are a fantastic idea because I think they just transform a town and they give it that extra character. So, yeah, definitely something we could be encouraging.
Okay. All right. So another question. What is it like to be a person your age in Kopeopeo?
I don't know that I can actually answer that one. Not really being from here. So I'm not sure that's one I can answer. I mean, I guess if I was here, I would have the ability to, go to the Strand because I can drive and all of that sort of thing. And unless I had a reason, to come here, I probably would, be here more often. But yeah, for me, it's hard. I work 6 days a week, so I don't get opportunities to go a lot of places. So yeah, but no.
Alrighty, so another question. Do you think the council could improve the situation of Kopeopeo?
I definitely do. Yeah, I think your point earlier was the fact that it, could do with a bit of an upgrade. Yeah. I mean, the empty shops don't help with the appearance either. I think that's something that a lot of small towns suffer as well, not just here. Yeah, I mean, there is a little bit on the Strand, but, there is here. And there are things that, you can make a shop look tidier. Even just the cleanliness of the outside of an empty shop as well can help the way a town looks. So, yeah, there's certainly plenty, I think, that we can do and we should be doing.
Alrighty, so what do people say about Kopeopeo, and what do you say about Kopeopeo?
Well, I actually personally think it has a great vibe. I think every time you drive through here, there's always heaps of people around. So I think it has a real unique energy about it. So that's sort of what I say and what I feel about it. But to be honest, it's not actually a conversation I have with people to know what they feel. But that's certainly how I feel about it anyway. Yeah.
Alrighty, so do you think okay, so what I was saying about the nighttime, do you feel like that if you were to come here at night, or if you have, do you feel like that you have been feel threatened that you need someone around you to be there at night?
I think any place at night does give you that feeling sometimes, and I think we as females feel it more than what a guy will, obviously. So I think it's security obviously is something. If people are feeling like that, then that's something we need to look at.
Awesome. Alrighty, so what do you think the young people of Aotearoa, which means area, want our decision makers to know about them?
I think they want us to know that they have a voice and that they want to be heard. I think in this election that message is coming through loud and clear. We've had invites to come and talk today and from other youth groups as well, and it's really great to see that the youth want to be heard, because when you go to the elections, the age group between 18 to 25 is one of the lowest turnouts voting. So, it's great that we're having this opportunity to engage with the youth, because we want you guys to vote. You are the future. You have got your lifetimes ahead of you, and we want to hear what you've got to say and what we can do to help, and what goals you want us to be achieving. So if I was successful in the Mayoralty, my door would be open and I would be wanting to engage the youth a lot more, because I think there's so many more things. My manifesto includes a youth empowerment strategy, youth mentoring programs, and I've got some great ideas for the Youth Council and how we can incorporate them into our decision making more. So yeah, it's a space I'm really passionate. You asked me what I was passionate about earlier. Well, actually, youth and getting the youth involved is definitely one of those things.
Alrighty, so that was really cool. So what do you think our young people feel should be important to our decision makers?
Well, I think it's going to vary with what the issue is, but I think it comes back to probably what I said before, which is that you want to be heard, you want to have the opportunity to be heard, and you want to be listened to. I mean, like everybody, not everyone's going to get what they want, but I think it's about the processes that you have been listened to, you have been heard, and your viewpoint has actually been received. So, yeah.
Alrighty, so one last question. Do you think do you think it's important for everyone to vote?
Absolutely, it's important for everyone to vote, but I'd go one step further and I'd say it's more important that it's an educated vote. So it's not just ticking the box of the person who looks the best or smiles the nicest or things like that. It's actually having an informed vote and taking the time and effort to find out your preferred candidate and ticking that box.
Alrighty, so that is us for today. Thank you so much, Julie, for having our conversation, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you.
I'd just like to say thank you guys, and I hope that you're going to have the opportunity to tell all your friends and they'll see the video, and it through this process it does inspire a few more of them to actually get out and vote. So thank you for your time.